Hey Sagittarius, so this is the semi-biweekly reading where we will be looking at the phase of the moon from full to new. So from August 1st with the full moon in Aquarius to the, it's so funny, I'll say that in a moment. So to the new moon on August 16th with the moon in Leo. That's both in tropical astrology. So if you follow sidereal, that would be different. Adjust for what that is. Either way, we're working with not necessarily, it doesn't have to be about the signs. If you follow sidereal, this is really just about the waning phase of energy and how to work with instead of against, right? Instead of swimming upstream, how we can really work with and utilize and take advantage of the energies at this time from this like approximate 2-week period of time, right? Also, because it's the first of the month, when we're starting this out, the month-long videos are also out. So those are more extensive readings where we really go through the month as like how it progresses, challenges, spiritual advice. So if you want to check that out, make sure you go and check out those videos. And the astrological highlights video for the first half of August is also out. So that has timestamps and you can basically go check that out to see what kinds of highlights are coming up astrologically. There are a couple of ones that I have marked on my calendar. I would definitely recommend marking them on your calendar. The whole purpose of those videos is so that I can share with you guys things that I would want to know, but also things that I give my friends heads up about. So it's like you guys are my extended like friends that I haven't met yet. And I just really want to give you guys a heads up like, hey, I think I would want to know about this. So here you go. All right, so let's check out what kind of spiritual advice we have coming through with this. These are short and quick readings. They're just meant to, like I said, be assistive, help with how you progress through this particular 2-week period of time, how you can really utilize the energy. So the reason why I giggled when I saw this card, Sag, is because right as I was shuffling, I was like, I'm feeling relationships. And that's what came up. So like I saw the picture in my head. I don't always, with this, but like, yeah, sometimes that happens. So what area of life are you being directed to do some inventory in? It's very interesting because I actually see this tying in with the reading that was done for the month reading for Sagittarius. Highly recommend going to check that out because I feel like this will be like you can view this through the larger picture, like put this into that context and kind of like see how that fits together. I definitely recommend. So we're looking at the 7th house, right? It's the house of relationships. It's the house of partnership. It is the house of like legal contracts, like marriage, like those kinds of things. But I'm not saying that you're out for marriage. That's not what I'm saying. So please, nobody get the idea that I'm saying that. I'm just saying like the commitments on that level, commitments that are really connected. So partnerships, but definitely more serious relationships. This is not like dating, like romance, like just kind of like flirting with dating kind of thing. This is like more like relationship, like straight up relationship or relationships, depending on what kind of like style of relationship structure you tend to gravitate towards. So this is the area, like when we're looking at this through the waning lens of the energy that we're in here from the full to new moon, this is the time where you can look at, do inventory with what is not working, what is outdated, what can you clear out, do like spring cleaning, like going into a closet and kind of sorting through what is just like not useful, what needs to go. How can you create space and unload or offload to lighten your load, to lighten your energy and to create space so that you have less heaviness and more spaciousness when you go to create what is next, right? So in the context of relationship, especially with Venus being retrograde, I'm going to bring that layer in and just say, this is not just a time to do inventory, but very similar to inventory is what retrograde is like. It's when we're reviewing, we're revisiting, we're revising things to do with Venus topics that are values, that are creativity is another aspect of that, like aesthetics, but also relationships, harmonious relationships, right? So here's where I'm going to say, Sag, this is a time where it would behoove you, it would so benefit you in a big way, because it's coming through in your reading, to reevaluate your values, reevaluate your values, to look at your core values with regard to relationship and to see if you are still in alignment with your core values, if any of your core values have maybe shifted, maybe perhaps some of your core values have changed and they need to be updated, and you need to like clear out some of the ones that are no longer really a part of your core values anymore. And then take a look at, are you making decisions with regard to relationships? If you're in one, if you are searching for a serious relationship, if, like whatever it is, you're involved, whatever, is to look into like, are you making decisions that are aligned with these core values? When it comes to the types of relationships that you are wanting to have, these harmonious relationships, like, especially romantic is what we're more so pointing to here, are what kinds of relationships are there? Like perhaps there was something that you were really like you've wanted for years, like you have this ideal or idea of what you're wanting in a relationships in a relationship with somebody or somebody's, but that has perhaps shifted. Perhaps there is a shift and a change that needs to be acknowledged. And unless we slow down to say like, am I still in alignment with like the idea that I had about what I wanted with relationship, you're never going to really truly know. You could be continuing on this path that you set out like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and perhaps it's just not the kind of relationship exactly that would be the best fit for you anymore. Maybe some of that has shifted and some of that has stayed the same, but that would certainly make a difference in how you are discerning the types of people that you will entertain for a relationship or not, right? Like that could drastically change who you entertain as a possible like serious partner for yourself, right? So this is what's coming up for you in this regard. Now, the spiritual advice that's coming through is like, man, this has been a source of stress for some of you out there. Like it's been causing anxiety, stress, maybe like giving you insomnia, like it's hard to fall asleep, whatever it is. But like having this experience and like when this card comes up in terms of like a spiritual advice card, what I have found is that this is more so pointing to like, hey, I know that it feels really stressful or worrisome and concerning right now, but in the huge like big picture, in the larger context of your life and overall what it is that you truly want with relationship, like it's gonna be okay. It's gonna work out. And so really there's no need to like allow yourself to go to these places and to dwell and to be like kind of like pigeonholed or like tethered to these realms of like concern and anxiety. It's going to turn out fine. Like it's a reassurance card. So I think it's, it's also reassuring you that like whatever fears, whatever concerns, whatever anxieties are coming up, it's going to be fine. It's not as, no, I don't want to say it's not as serious because I'm not trying to diminish the feelings, but it's almost like your universe, your guides, whatever that you believe in is kind of just like, hey, it's okay. It's going to be fine. So take the time to do the inventory, take the time to do the Venus retrograde type stuff here. I think this would really benefit you guys. So if this was helpful, if this is, practical, it feels like it's insightful in some way, please consider giving the video a like so that I can find favor with the algorithm gods, and consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the videos going forward. So also check out your monthly video. I definitely think that this plays into that. And also the astrological highlights video, in particular the 13th, but there are also a couple of other dates that I would point out, but especially the 13th, even if only to check out the 13th for the Venus Cazimi. So thanks for your time. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.